Hey, everybody, welcome inside the Red Earth Production Studios for another edition of Youth Baseball Midwest. Today, got a good friend of our show on here, Mr. Chris Cradick from the Gators Baseball Academy. Chris, thanks for coming on the show, man.
Hey, thanks for having us, Brian. I think this is the second go around with you guys, and excited to talk.
Man, we're always looking forward. I love talking to the programs, the local programs. I think you guys are working hard. I mean, we had Chris Dameron on the show. I think it's been about a month or so ago. He's a
Yeah,
good dude. I like Chris a lot.
great guy, and he could talk baseball for hours. So yeah, he's he's a good guy to have. He's one of many good baseball guys that we have here, and but yeah, Chris is a good one.
That's awesome. So let's jump into some topics here. And first one I want to do, we want to talk about your mission that is on your front page of your website, and talk a little bit about your mission with the Gators Baseball Academy.
I think the mission reads is we're trying to provide a world class place, an environment for these kids of really any caliber of baseball player to come into an environment where the coaches can be coached, the players can develop, and give them every opportunity to succeed. Over the next handful of years or however many years they're with us.
You know, one thing you said right there, Chris, I think is an interesting point. You said that coaches can be coached. Um, is that due to the fact, we understand that a lot of the higher level teams, from 15 on up are dealing with coaches that are former players in college or, professional baseball and things of that nature. But you're still dealing with a lot of gentlemen that are dads that are coaching those younger age groups,
Sure.
correct?
Yeah. I mean, I would say 85% of our coaches are volunteer dads that want to help out. Sometimes as easy as 6U new teams. We pretty much have a parent meeting, said, okay, who's willing to step up? And
Right.
there's a lot of guys who'll volunteer and women, and but they're like, hey, we may need a little guidance here and there. And we're trying to do more and more of it. Our first upcoming coaches clinic that we put on for all the coaches will be in the next 30 days, and we're going to try to have two or three of those a year.
That's awesome because it does make a difference when they're leaving the facility. The kids, come in through the winter workouts and they're working with the professional guys and that level. And even though and the coaches, the team coaches are there with them, I understand, but
Yep.
still, once they get to that summer, having that same understanding of what to do and how to do is very important, isn't it?
Sure. And we have to be on the same page. And, we do have our instructors and some high school kids that help out with the club training, but it's important for those coaches to kind of see the talking points that they're out there giving to their players. So when they're in the middle of a game, they can kind of take what they've learned and the kids learn at the same time and put it all together.
Absolutely. There's something. Let's this one topic here that I want to bring about. I saw this on your guys' website, and I know we've talked about some of these things, but and I'm putting it in this form. I said I wanted to talk to you about program transparency, and what brought me to that thought process was I saw on your website you guys listed out your cost for each kid, what they get, and what it costs to be on a team, on a Gators team. And quite frankly, Chris, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, it's something we've talked about for years, or I would say years, 3 or 4 years about doing it. Um, I want to say we may be one of, if not the only club locally that will kind of show their costs, and it's kind of stemmed from in the past. I would talk to a player's parent. They're like, "Oh, we were going to come, but it was $3,000 a kid." I'm like, "No, totally not true." So, like I said, we kicked it around for a while, and I was like, you know what? Let's just put it out there. We have nothing to hide. It's not for everybody. It's not cheap, as are any other club sports or cheerleading or dance or anything else. But we want it to be as upfront. transparent as possible, and it does knock out a lot of the questions up front too.
And I think that's such a great point to that. Just the transparency, like you said, we got nothing to hide. This is what it costs. And, club baseball isn't for everybody. If you want to just play, rec ball or whatever, go play. Enjoy the game.
Sure.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So I
sure.
thought that was one of the, something I saw. I was like, wow, that's cool. It really is.
Yeah, we'll put it up. We'll usually put it up about a few weeks before tryouts start, and keep it on there for a month or so, just as the teams and players register.
And that's fair. I mean, exactly. So when you're looking at your website, also, I was looking through some things just recent. It's nice. It's very usable. Really enjoyed it. I liked your virtual combine piece that you got on there. Usually you go to most of these sites, and just a Joe Schmo like myself, I can't get in there because I have to sign in. And
Right.
I thought again, another piece that I'm going and checking out the kids from the 15 all the way up to the 18U, being able to see some video and seeing these kids that are out there working hard, putting in the time to put themselves in a position to go to the next level. I thought that was really cool. What made you guys decide to not lock that down?
You know what? Virtual Hit Lab's kind of a new partner of ours. We got on with them this year, and we just had a combine the other day, and that's important for those guys. It's cool. They leaderboards, they have all this stuff, and it's real time. You input the 60 time, it goes up, it updates the leaderboard. But more importantly, for the older kids, as they get into recruiting stuff, they can load those pages with any videos. And Josh Potter's kind of taken the lead on that, and has done an awesome job. So anything you see on the website, the virtual combine videos, any other Twitter stuff, that's Josh, and he's been doing a real good job working with Seth Von Barron, who runs GBA. And between the two of those, they kind of put the content out there. And you don't want to block it from those college coaches that want to stumble onto your site every once in a while too.
Right? You never know, right?
Yeah.
They type in something in the Google machine there, and boom, that pops up, right?
Right. Yeah. It's a really cool tool.
It was really neat. I enjoyed it. And so do the kids have access to that as well, to put up stuff for themselves, or does that still go through that process?
Yes and no. I want to say it will be approved because I want to say Seth, and for the most part, will make sure that the video that they do put out there is right.
Right.
You could get good exposure, and you could be exposed depending on what you want. Because we've seen some other sites and other players put some stuff on there that probably doesn't need to be on there. And we're actually doing it down to 9U this year. So, we run the combines. It's a fun thing. For one, 5 years from now, that 9-year-olds probably ran 10 combines with us. They feel a little comfort level, and but it does create that competition, and they can see what their teammate or another team in their age group. But hey, they're the top team, and that guy's half second faster than me. What do I have to do?
Right. Right. That's an interesting point. I like what you said there. It gives them the opportunity to start feeling comfortable in those settings. And when they go to somewhere, some college is holding that somewhere, gives them a little bit of an edge. Yeah.
Yeah. When they're 14, they can look back. This is where I was at 9U, 11U, 13U, 14U. They can track their progress over the time too.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I want to finish up with you today a little bit here. We've all been affected, as you've said, and been talking to people. It's just been a tough scenario. How have you guys been able to handle, all the circumstances with the COVID, the shutdowns and whatnot? How's that affected your program, and where do you go from here?
It was, I guess the timing of it, we had just finished up, I think, club training. Which was big that we were able to get through that part of it. But then being shut down, I believe it was in March for a month, 45 days. It was wasn't easy, obviously. And we're in St. Charles County, so it opened up a little quicker over here than it did in St. Louis County. We obviously have to abide by certain guidelines, and
Sure.
We want to obviously keep this place the safest it can be for our athletes coming in. And but we're hoping that we're back to obviously we're not back to normal, but we're hopefully slowly getting back to normal. and it's business as usual here. And like I said, with a couple of additional guidelines on top of it.
We'll get through it, right? We'll get through it.
That's right.
So with that being said, we just before we started this segment, you'd kind of said you got some news on the horizon. You got your, we're talking, here pretty much about your Missouri side, but you've got a whole nother side in Illinois that's on this same level, working through the same program. A few years back, because they're still developing. It's been what now?
Yeah.
2 years,
I think it's
3
the third
years?
year. I think this is the third year over there. And Jim Cromer came on board a few years ago, and he had a task of building that youth program over there, and he's done an awesome job. I think we started at 4 teams over there. We're now at 16. We just also kind of affiliated ourselves with the old SI Bullets Club, run by Todd Poe down in Marion, Illinois. So we picked up 8 more Illinois Gators teams. So I think we're at 24 Illinois Gators teams, and the group that Jim runs is out of a small facility in South Roxana, and we've been, kicking the idea around. Hey, we need to kind of step it up over there as far as facility wise goes, and obviously we got pushed back a while here with the COVID stuff, but we're back on track, and hopefully this time next year, that Illinois group's going to have a beautiful facility to call home.
That's awesome. That's great. You're going to have to make sure you keep us up to date, up to speed. We'll check in with you on that and progress. That'd be great,
sure.
Man.
For sure. Yeah.
Hey, Chris, always a pleasure, man. And please, anytime, man, we'd love to hear from you. Keep talking. We'll get some of your guys back on the show here, talk a little baseball. Keep us up to date on what's going on from your end. We'd love to hear from you, man.
Will do. Love your shows.
Hey, man, appreciate that. Thank you very much. We plan to, and I love the youth baseball community here. You guys are doing a great job over there. Everybody, Chris Cradick, Missouri Gators Baseball Academy, both Missouri and Illinois. If you're looking for a club still, check them out.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Take care.